Welcome everybody. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aries, or you have Aries placements in your chart. So thank you for being here. Thanks to everybody who's back, and thanks to everybody who's new here. Aries, as you see, I was pulling a bunch of oracle cards for you, and later on you will also see I was pulling some tarot cards for you to see what is going on, what energies you are dealing with. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you. Just take the parts what does and leave the rest for somebody else, please. Also, thanks to everybody who's liking this reading, is sharing it with those who it might help, and is also subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you. So I feel like I could be talking to somebody who is between 24 and 42 years old. New moon could be significant also for you, Aries. Depends if it's the new moon that we had or the next coming new moon. So there's something with a wake-up call as well with a promise. So maybe there's something you are waiting for or you wishing for, but I feel there's something where spirit is promising you something, or you feel it in your gut that there's something coming in for you. You show me also with your cards, especially with your tarot cards, that you are working on your creativity, or you feel like your creativity is very strong right now. Maybe you're very focused on your creativity. There could be also something when it comes to collaboration with others. What I also see is you could be also dealing with somebody who's 35 or 38 years old. It doesn't have to be. When it comes to love, Aries, I feel like you might be waiting. You could be also somebody who's waiting for a relationship. Maybe you experienced a relationship in the past that were not working out, but there's something where spirit is waiting for you, with you, when it comes to new love, or something is coming in when it comes to new love, but something has to be released first. With that being said, let's get started with your first oracle cards. I'm gonna start with the Romance Angel oracle cards for you, Aries. I was pulling the Very Soon card, New Love, and Separation. The Very Soon card is saying clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I feel with seeing the new moon here and also reading the Very Soon card, there's something where spirit wants you to be clear about what you want in order to get it. So that's something very important. What I feel is for you the first step to go towards what you want, to be clear about it, to really know what you want. It can be a feeling that it takes courage for you to walk a certain path, but there's also new love for you waiting, Aries. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it could be a new person or a new project, something new, what is inspiring you for something what you want, or what has to do with something what you want. For some of you, you could be also dealing with a separation. I was pulling a separation card, and it says time apart from your partners on the horizon. So maybe you are in a partnership, could be also the case, and there is a separation coming in. It doesn't have to be, but there's something where there's time apart in order to activate something, or in order to realize something. I was also pulling the wake up call card with your Earth Magic Oracle cards. Let's take a look closer to your Earth Magic Oracle cards. The New Moon card, it talks about promise. It shows a couple that is embracing each other, okay? Could be you and your person. It could be also showing, or it could be indicating, better say, the planet Venus. Maybe planet Venus is very significant for you. It talks about manifestation and new beginnings, a renewal in a way, or a renewal in energies, with your energies. It has to do with our desires that will come to fruition. Kind of like the runing card I was pulling for you, the Lagoose. We're gonna read the Lagoose card after your Earth Magic Oracle cards. The New Moon card, in other words, shows something when you move from darkness into the fullness. The Wake Up Call, your other Earth Magic Oracle card, is talking about, or could be talking about, disturbance or an eruption you are dealing with in a way. It could be something what causes powerful waves for somebody or for you. Could be also when somebody is traveling across the sea. As I said, there could be something what has to do with somebody you're dealing with, and there's a separation. It doesn't has to be, it could be for some of you. It could be all of a sudden, it could be unexpected. It could be something where a situation where you could be avoiding something when you feel swept up in destruction, in a way said, but the only thing you got to do is moving to higher ground. So if it comes to that, it could be a warning card as well. It could be showing that there's a significant loss for somebody, or in general a dramatic event that happened in your life, or happened in your life, what you go through or you will go through, where you feel like you weren't prepared for. Could be that you weren't prepared for a separation, for example. I also see with your affirmation cards and the pathway oracle cards, what I'm going to read later, that you dealing with up and downs. Could be also that your feelings are up and down, but you gotta stay strong. You gotta have courage on something. You gotta trust your guts. I was also pulling that card, and Spirit wants you to repeat something in a way in order to strengthen your energies, in order to have self trust. You could be also dealing with forgiveness if it's forgiving somebody or yourself in situations. Let's take a look at the Lagoose card as we were mentioning it already. The Lagoose card is talking about creativity, about inspiration. When somebody is expressing something that is inspiring and gives energy of happiness and harmony with the surrounding of nature. The ruling card is also showing something where imagination is necessary for something, or for you to give color to, as I said, strengthen your energies, or to give meaning to something, to life. It could be that somebody has a vision or a desire, as I said, when it comes to creativity. I highlight that for you in the next couple of weeks, that there's something when it comes to creativity, collaboration, and desire, that you feel a push towards something like a magnet. There is beauty, or it talks about beauty, and also when it comes to an interior evolution, or you feel like an increase of your power. You're gonna feel a push up, Aries. That's what I strongly feel with your orchid cards here. Maybe you know when you feel like in love, like you being fresh in love, like how you call it, when you fall in love, like very, it's a new feeling or a new person that we were talking about, or your romance angel orchid card was saying there's a new person that stirred up your attention, your feelings. So that kind of energy is strongly to see here. It's, as I said, it's a creative energy that could be frightening you, okay? Could be also that that's the wake up call you're gonna receive. Actually, you weren't feeling like you are prepared for somebody new, okay? That maybe comes in and you know, um, sometimes you gotta have a little bit courage, and you gotta trust your guts when it comes to, somebody you don't know or you don't know well yet. All right. Could be that you feel shaken and intimidated, okay? It's something where you might be challenged with not being afraid of change. That's what I also pick up with the Lagoose card. There is an energy around you, what has to do with empathy and an increase of understanding of ourselves and others. Let's take a look at your soul's journey oracle cards, Aries. And thanks to everybody who's liking this reading and sharing it with those who it might help, and is also subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you, and thank you very much for being here. The Soul's Journey oracle cards, I was pulling service, pride, and honesty for you, and they are all in reverse. The service card is showing me something where when you put out yourself, when you give yourself, okay, when you share your time and energy with others, you want to feel good and you feel good, but you also want to make sure that it's something in a fair way. You don't want to get abused, or you don't want to feel like you just being used. That's what I strongly also pick up when I see your wisdom oracle cards here as well. And I was pulling the to be fair card. So something wants to be in balance, in harmony, in order to work. Makes sense, right? The pride card says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So there's something when it comes to the energy of love, you got to start with yourself, Aries. You got to love yourself first, okay? You got to learn that first, how it is to love yourself, so that you can also give love to others. The honesty card is also saying, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So, again, be honest to yourself, love yourself first, trust yourself, trust your guts. Before you go ahead and open yourself up to the world, okay, you gotta have the courage, okay, to go the first steps when it comes to you and your creativity, you and your manifestations. Let's take a look at your wisdom oracle cards. As we were already mentioning the cards, I was pulling with your wisdom oracle cards the treasure island card, the loyal heart card, and the to be fair card. The treasure island and the loyal heart card are in the reverse. The to be fair card is an upright. So I feel like there's something where you present, or you also want to show that you want that things are being fair, that you that others are treating you in a fair way, in a respectful way. Maybe that was something where you went through some lessons. Maybe it wasn't the case that you were treated respectfully. That's what I also feel for some of you. The treasure island card, let's start there. Aries talks about the law of attraction. So again, I feel like Spirit wants you to start with yourself, okay? Be nice to yourself, love yourself first in order to activate those energies that are attracting the right person. You start activating those levels of energy when you are thinking about your dreams that are coming into fruition. What is a result of positive thinking? When you're starting with manifesting abundance, that they are pure, about financial gains, and also about that you're sharing your good fortune. Those kind of energies are the energies you want in order to activate, in order to reach your goals, in order to be able to create those dreams into reality. That's what the treasure island card is showing here. It also shows the number 9. The number 9 is the highest single number. So we talk about you being the best version of yourself, okay? I'm not saying you got to be perfect, nobody is, but you want to work on yourself to be your best version first before you go ahead and collaborate with others. The loyal heart card is also in the reverse here. It talks about loyalty, about the evidence of loyalty. So there will some people or some others appear in your life that will prove to you that they are loyal to you, faithful to you, and you will also in turn you will commit to them fully. It talks about certainty in your heart, but what it also wants to let you know is Spirit is always loyal to you. No matter what circumstances or situations you're going through, Aries, in your life, that you know that Spirit is always loyal to you. It wants you to trust and to have faith that you are always divinely protected and divinely directed. So again, there's a energy you got to activate with yourself first, to trust yourself first, to love yourself first. And the to be fair card could be also that it talks about the energy you have to balance out in order to, as I said, reach your goals, or in order to make your dreams come true. The to be fair card is talking about balance, justice, about to consider options, about a mutual benefit, and it also talks about the law of cause and effect. So you have the law of attraction here, and you also have the law of cause and effect laying out here. It talks about that life offers us experiences that are challenging, okay, and also about experiences that are nourishing. So you moving from being to doing, from discovering, loving, from letting go, and to be again. That you also remember that all experiences have their place and that you expect them without judgment, so that the universe will adjust the imperfect balance for you. It talks about reaping what you have sown, so that for every cause there is an effect. All right, let's take a look at your affirmation cards as well as your pathway oracle cards. Aries, I feel like when it comes to you and creating or your creativity, the repeat affirmations card is saying keep a journal and write down your affirmations of manifestation. So maybe it is helpful for you to write things down to get an overlook of your goals and how you want to reach certain goals you have, okay, milestones you want to reach. It says start every new day by saying these out loud to charge yourself more positive energies. The trust your guts card is saying when it comes to intuition, as we were saying with the Laguz card, intuition, you have the strong gut feelings towards your own action. Deep down inside, you surely know what's next. So it's the very soon card. I was saying something similar. You got to decide what you want in order to activate it, in order to let it come in. If you're uncertain, you keep that energy of uncertainty alive, active. You understand what I'm saying? So that's something what I feel Spirit wants you to be aware of, wants to let you know. But remember, with the Loyal Heart card, it was saying Spirit is always with you. It will always guide and protect you. It always wants the best for you. Let's take a look at the Courage card I was pulling with your affirmation cards, Aries. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I'm courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So you show a part of you what has a lot of strength, but you might also carry fear with you and it will also show. The up and downs card is saying, I see life as an incredible ride. I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the up and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but there's also what makes things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourselves makes for a good story. It all has their good sides. It all carries something good with it. It's also how you think about it, how you think about yourself. Aries, let's take a look at your tarot cards, what they are showing us. And again, thanks to everybody who's liking this reading, is sharing it, and is subscribing to my channel. You are also welcome to leave a comment. Let me know in the comments if that is resonating with you. And I would say we just see what the tarot cards are showing us. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, Aries. And as you also see, I was pulling three major corner cards for you. You're starting actually with two major corner cards. And you know, it could be also showing you as the Emperor, and you have right next to it Judgment. So we're talking about not to judge, to be careful when it comes to judgment, how you judge yourself and how you judge others. Because there's, as we were saying, cause and effect always represent it is something what is kind of like a universal law, okay? When it comes to you and collaboration, when it comes to you and creativity, I feel like also the letter C, the third letter, okay, could be significant in a way. Maybe you're starting, your name starts with the letter C, or your significant other's name is starting with the letter C. It doesn't have to be, it's just something what I also pick up. It could be also that you're dealing with the sign of Cancer, okay? So Cancer could be also significant. You could be dealing with somebody who has two children, or you have two children. Could be around 10 and 12. It doesn't have to be, as I said. So you take it all how it resonates to you, and don't make it your story if it isn't your story, Aries. Let's get started with your first card. I was pulling the Emperor for you. The Emperor is talking about the energy of feeling safe, but also to have boundaries and structure. So it has to do with authority and to create the world full of rules and laws. So it's something where you might want to check yourself. Okay, that's also what I feel with the Emperor scene here. It is showing something what is requiring logic and a reason. It's an energy of not being unafraid to lead, okay, to shape your world around you, and not to be afraid of shaping your own world. It also talks about to protect what is yours yourself if you need to, and not to allow others to walk all over you. So that's what we were seeing with the Orca cards already. You are open to give others your time and energies, but you wanted to have it fair. And the Three of Swords under it is also kind of like a confirmation for me that you don't want to go through pain, you don't want to get disrespected, you want to have things fair. That could be also why the Judgment card is maybe here. So let's take a look. Let's see what the other cards are showing us here. The Emperor card is something or an energy where Spirit wants you to stand up, to take charge, to force actually change. So not to be afraid of change, to actually force change. As I said, you got to start with yourself in order to activate, in order to reach your goals. And logic and reason is for you the best approach in your situation, about to create stability, to be able to release anxiety. Maybe some of you are dealing with anxiety, and not to lose touch with your compassion. That's what the Emperor is talking about. So when it comes to you and being balanced, okay, being stable, you also see with the Emperor the number 4. So 4 is also a number of stability, foundation. So ground yourself first. Make sure you stay straight, you stay stable. The Judgment card, your next major arcana card, is talking about to feel a pull of change in something, with something, or to be at a crossroad. I get that feeling of the wake up tsunami card here as well. So maybe there's something what lets you know that we aren't alone, that we are surrounded by others, okay, when it comes to our happiness and also when it comes to our struggles, and that everyone has their own way. It talks about compassion, about love, desire, to be a better person, to bring something truly alive by responding to the spiritual call. So when it comes to you and trusting your guts, to trust yourself is, in other words, as you would answer the call. It's not about judging others, it's more about how you judge yourself. So as I said, you got to start with yourself. How kind are you to yourself, okay? How responsible you are with yourself, to yourself. There is, with the Judgment card, seeing here an important change needed to reach new heights. Okay, we were talking about with the Tsunami card, you can avoid destruction when you reaching higher heights. And that's the same with the Judgment card, seeing here. It wants you to be kind to yourself, to examine yourself and your choices honestly, okay? That you know what is the best for you. And that's what I also feel with the Knight of Cups. How you treat yourself, how you start with yourself is gonna activate that wake up call, that change that has to come, that wants to come in, that is necessary for you to come in, Aries. Your next card is the Six of Pentacles, Aries, in the upright. It talks about money, okay? Having a stream of good luck, or you rolling it in, okay? It talks about a newfound wealth. Also to be generous, to be careful not to fall in bad spending habits. So it wants you to enjoy, but also, as we were saying, to be responsible. So maybe you want to create some rules. You want to maybe write down how you go ahead in order to reach your goals, in order to create your dreams. It could be also talking about when you struggle or you depend on others and you want to free yourself from that situation. It talks in general about a good windfall soon, and we were seeing the very soon card as well. So maybe, not maybe, there's something good coming in for you, but it wants you to also, if it comes in, to use it wisely. That you be conscious of your attitude towards money as well. So there's something where Spirit wants you to be responsible when it comes to your finances, and that you aren't supporting unhealthy habits. The Queen of Wands under it in the reverse could be also showing you or somebody else you're dealing with who has fire in their chart. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse is actually something, an energy what shows me those, unhealthy habits somebody is carrying. We're going to talk about it later. Let's take a look at your other card, the Five of Pentacles, also in the reverse. What talks about to be not afraid to ask for help. Okay, so maybe here we go again. Maybe there's something where you need courage, okay, in order to do your first steps. Maybe it is for you necessary to build yourself back up by asking others for help and you aren't used to it. It could be also that you actually don't want to do it. Maybe something is pulling you back, but on the other hand is pulling you towards it to do it. Spirit also wants you to be brave enough not to be afraid to ask for help when you are really struggle, okay? When you feel there's nothing you can do about it, ask for help. And spirit is guiding you, is protecting and directing you. Spirit also wants you to look around and see that there are others also willing to help you. You remember the loyal heart card? It was talking about that others will prove you their loyalty and also that they are being faithful. And that will also create for you a new sense in a way. Maybe you will meet somebody who has a kind shoulder for you, okay? Because the everything is fine card, also the number 10 under it, it's a number of completion, okay? Something is done, something has to be released, okay? There's something after that point where you are able to walk away or you will be able to walk away. I see that with the Eight of Cups, your next card here. Aries, what is in the reverse, it talks about that whatever you were putting your love and emotions into, and if it's unhealthy, that you need to step away from it. Something what is not working out is probably not meant for you to work out. It's time for someone, you or somebody you're dealing with, to say goodbye, to move forward, okay? It might be difficult, it might be unexpected. It could be that separation we were also seeing. It doesn't have to be always another person. You have to walk away from another person. It could be, those unhealthy habits or how you were acting, how you were treating yourself. All those energies you are welcome to walk away to release. There's something where you might feel it could be difficult, but there's also wisdom coming from knowing when something or someone is hopeless. You learn from something and you move on. So maybe that was a lesson you were dealing with and you're now welcome to release it, to let go, to move on. The Ace of Pentacles, also in the reverse as your next card, is a reminder card that the world around you, your world, is full of possibilities. You just got to start creating it in the right way, in the best way for you, not for others, for you, and start to engage with it. Maybe you want to take a bath, maybe you want to take a bike ride, maybe you want to plant some flowers, okay? Something where you feel activated in the right way of doing, producing, creating, so that you give words life. It wants you to live your life and let the good things come to you. So there was cause and effect situations again, right? The Five of Wands under it, as your last card actually here, is also indicating a change coming in. Number 5 and Wands are action cards. So there's something when it comes to others and you and activating and changing situations, what you're dealing with here, Aries. The Three of Swords, also here in the reverse, is talking about a betrayal or heartbreak. Maybe something wasn't working out for you. That's why you have also the Eight of Cups here showing, where you are pleased to walk away, to release those energies. It could be that someone close to you was hurting you deeply in a way, was maybe betraying your trust, but don't forget and don't get it twisted to trust yourself though. The Three of Swords is a pain card, but Spirit wants you to do some soul searching, that you aren't treating anyone else poorly because you went through those lessons that were more than less painful to experience. That's why Spirit says start with yourself, heal yourself, check yourself. With the Knight of Cups as your next card in the upright, Aries, that's an energy or a card what talks about energies, about being confident, charming, wonderful. Okay, you want to be around somebody who is in that way, or you want to be charming, confident, so others want to be around somebody in that way, right? So something what draws others in, those energies you want to have, you want to carry, to be aware of it, also to be focused. It's an energy what is looking for those brand new feelings, those inspiring feelings about love and passion. It is an energy what talks about to nurture yourself, to nurture your friendships and relationships. So the Knight of Cups is a nurturing card. It says nurture yourself, nurture, fill up those good energies. Because with the Queen of Wands in reverse as your next card, is showing somebody who has an infectious energy. Means somebody shows a very powerful, confident energy who motivates others. It's an energy what talks about when life gives it all to you right now. The good luck, the ideas, the friends, the promotions. It it's somebody who knows their strength. So maybe that could be you transforming yourself into a version where you utilize all your skills to get what you want, what you need. That's the Queen of Wands. She uses her passion, her compassion, and that's the version you want to be in order to reach your goals. Because with the everything is fine card, your next card, that's an energy what is more than less showing the shadow side of someone. It could be the Queen of Wands shadow side, okay? When you feel completely pierced through, when you are collapsing, okay, like that wake up call, when you are collapsed on the floor, you're struggling, you're trying to survive, the weight grows heavier, when something is really soul crushing, like the Three of Swords was talking about it, a pain card. Somebody has to be strong, very strong, being courageous in order to go through those up and downs. You don't want to turn into another unhealthy, toxic person. You want to learn from it, but you don't want to turn into it. So the everything is fine card is a card what talks about when you feel like the world is ending, but it's a cycle that is maybe ending for you. Okay, with the Eight of Cups, as we were saying, you got to release, you got to be able to close, to let change in. You are becoming stronger by knowing that you survived it, whatever it means, whatever it was, Aries, you know it. Whatever you were going through, just know you survived it. You're still standing, and you only become more powerful. The Hanged One, as your last major arcana card here, is in the reverse, talking about true peace that can only come from within. Check yourself, start yourself first, with yourself first. It talks about the inner Zen, okay? Hanging from the tree of life, your tree of life, okay? Also being calm and relaxed. It's that energy what you deal with after the storm. It shows somebody who went through tough battles, as we were talking about with the 10, with the everything is fine card. Was conquering obstacles, and now it is time for somebody to relax, to slow down, to nurture their body and soul, as we were saying. There is no right or wrong way, but there is something where you activate something positive when you start with self-care routines, when you start with a process for you to embrace who you are, to free yourself also of others' expectations and demands. So, as I said, create your own rules and be responsible for your own being, for your own actions. as we were saying with your first card, the Emperor. Be the Emperor, represent, act like it. And the Five of Wands as your last card, Aries, is talking about, or is showing, better say, a group. Okay, here we go with the collaboration. Now we go into the bigger picture when it comes to you and others. Okay, but you got to start with yourself first. There's something where you want to be ready for positions that you might be afraid of, that could be triggering you, what you went through in the past already with battles, and you got to be ready to defend yourself. But it could be also something where you are aware that there are energies out there, like an energy of competition, for example, where there are times like the up and downs we're already talking about, where it can get ugly, where you can feel exhausted. Okay, where there are obstacles out there, or they come in and you feel unprepared. It's something where you it's unexpected, but now you are aware of it. You've been through it, you've been through the lessons, and you know how powerful you are. You worked on yourself to stay stable, doesn't matter what life throws at you. And that's how you gonna be the emperor. That's how you gonna rule your world. I hope this reading helped you, Aries, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for being here. I see you in the next one, and thanks to everybody who's also liking this reading, is sharing it with those who it might help. And you're also welcome to subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment if you like, and all the best to you, Aries.